Yo, Mac,
G Butters, we back at it again.
my dog,
What's good, my boy?
my boy. Express yourself.
Back
Now
at
let
it.
go. Back at it. Today, if you guys tuned in last week, I think we talked about responsibilities and priorities,
Yes, sir.
right? This Monday we're gonna be talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness. What's worthy? If there's something that's not worthy of forgiveness, and then why to forgive if you're supposed to forgive anything. You know, some people feel like you're not supposed to forgive everything. So, that's what we're gonna do. Who's gonna start us off, man?
Well, forgiveness to me is, when certain situations happen, there's different ways you could go about forgiveness. You can forgive someone for forgetting something, you forgive them. You forgive someone if, they forgot to do you a favor or something. There's different ways of forgiveness, but, something that, I go about and how I forgive people is basically that, depending on the depth behind it or how important it was or the meaning behind it. So like, if I really counted on you on something and you weren't there, I make the decision whether or not I could forgive you or not. Because forgiveness to me is like loyalty. I don't just forgive just anyone or everyone.
Okay, so you don't forgive everyone.
In certain situations. So that's what I'm saying. Because there's certain things. That's what I'm saying. It depends the severity of it.
Okay.
How you forgive someone. Like there's certain things you just don't forgive. Like there's certain things. Better way. Like there's certain things you can cross the line and can't cross the line. I feel like, but that's just my own personal opinion. So it's like, let's say I get into it with someone about something and they tell me they're sorry, but I forgive them. And then it keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening. Then I start saying, all right, I'll forgive you, but then that's why I learned to cut off and let them go, because I forgave them so many times, but they kept putting me in the wrong so many times. So it's just like, I forgave them, but as me forgiving them and me being the bigger person, I had to let that go. And I had to move on. And there's certain people that get it, and there's some people that don't get it. Or even when you cut them off, they might look at you like, damn, like, you really cut me off over something. But it's just like how, like Fabulous once said in a song called Principles, it's the principle behind everything. There's certain things, you look at, and if people aren't getting the principality about every situation that's going on and it's happening, you're giving them a chance, you're giving them 2, you're giving them 3, eventually, mentally, is draining you, because it's like this person's not getting it. Like, I love and care about this person, but they're not getting it. They're not understanding the principle behind it. So you gotta, protect your own health and your own mind, your own peace of mind, and you gotta cut them off. But that's just my first take on forgiveness. And if I forgive everyone, like how I said, it just depends the depth of it or the situation. But that's my first take, and then I'm gonna see what he says to see if I patty back off that.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like as far as like severity goes, like I think personally, I forgive everything. I forgive everybody. I forgive you. So obviously it's like you doing something to me, all right? Or you're not following through with something you already said you would do, right? Yeah. So you're not being there for something that not because I expect you to be there, but because you said you would do it. Most of the time it's because somebody said they would do it.
Exactly.
So you're not following through, I'll forgive you. But like you said, as far as like now how like our relationship continues, like because of the principle that you just, you continue to, man, just hit, like boom, you keep just not following through, I'll give you a few.
Right.
But I think the length of our relationship or the length of the way our relationship goes, how much I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that how much I fuck with you is gonna depend on your follow through. So yeah, if you just continue to like fucking if you just continue to just do that shit, like, man, as forgiving as I am, man, like, I'm gonna keep letting you, like, you gotta learn to accept people for who they are. Is how I feel. Like, if they continue to show you that they're just not a person to follow through, they're not punctual, they're not always gonna be on time, you know what I'm saying, you counted on them numerous times and they haven't followed through, like, my thing is, like, forgive, but don't fuck with them like that no more. Don't even give them don't give them the opportunity no more. Exactly. I'm gonna take opportunities like that away from you now.
Yeah.
And if you wonder, like, man, you don't hit me up or you don't ask me or you don't want me to come do something, because, bro, you've been shown me that you don't take it serious as I do. You know what I'm saying? Actions speak louder than words. Yep. Big principle we stand on. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, actions speak louder than words, my nigga. Like, you obviously don't stand on that shit. Like, because otherwise, why did you say so many things and not come through with it? Right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Yeah. So repeating it, you know, repetition on that, breaking those principles, man. Yeah, I'm definitely not fucking with that. And that means, yeah, in terms, I'm not gonna be fucking with you like that. You know, but I forgive everything. Like, and I'm gonna dive a little bit even more. So let's say abuse. Mm-hmm. Somebody abuses or, you know, tries to harm some of my family or harm my loved ones. I'll be honest with y'all, man. A lot of y'all may disagree with me, but I do still forgive. I do. Obviously, I'm not fucking with that person like that. But I forgive them. Like, I'm like, man, like, because I believe that when people do these type of things, like repetition, I feel like it's because they're misguided. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's because they're misguided. Because you want to continue to do that if you knew how wrong that was, and you knew how that affected people that you claim you love. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You want to do that. You just want to. I'm not convinced that you would do that. So because of that, I accept that that's who you are, but you're misguided to me. Like, you haven't been shown how to do this, how to live this life, like this life thing, and like go about it, like, yet you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you weren't raised right. So I forgive you. You shoot somebody, you kill somebody, you even kill one of my people on some real shit, on some real ass shit. You kill one of my people. I swear I forgive you, bro. My father tried to, if you go back to the intro, when we first did our intro video, y'all, like 4 years ago, talked about my father shooting my mom in the head. My mom still forgave him. I still forgive him because of that. You know, my dad shoot my mom in the head, I forgive him. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get to know him before he passed away in prison. You know, because he got sentenced, 2 life sentences, because he tried to kill my mom and my grandma. You know, so I still forgave him. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom showed me that. My mom showed me forgiveness, bro.
It's about how you upright.
Yeah, because she showed me that she can forgive him, and that it's bigger than that. Like, she still wanted us to have relationships with him. Like, she would try to get us to go visit him in prison and shit like that. Like, okay, so it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than what he did. Yeah. And she accepted it. Like, it happened. Like, so yeah, I don't know, man. Like, in my life and the way my mom was raised, and like, just watching my mom, man, like, being able to forgive something like that, like, there's a lot of shit I can forgive, man. Like, man, most people you're probably taught in your household not to forgive. Yeah. But I still will, you know. But how I fuck with you will change. That most likely that probably will change.
Yeah, most definitely.
It will. It just will.
Yeah. So I mean, piggybacking off of what he's saying, yeah, like me too. Like, I feel like I forgive a lot, like how he's saying I forgive too. So answering question number 2 off the first segment is like, do we forgive and do we forgive everybody? I feel like I do forgive everybody. Like how he says, it's just how his mom taught him, you know, that my parents and especially my grandparents, they've always taught me, you know, nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, and you gotta think of it on a deeper principle than that. It's not just that, but it's like we all fuck up. So if I fuck up, you would expect someone to forgive you for a mistake you made, you know? So why can't you forgive someone, you know? So I do forgive, and I forgive everybody, and it's like I told him, it depends on the situation. situation, because if it's someone that I've been forgiving and giving chance after chance after chance, there's a point where I'm like, all right, this is it. This is where it stops, and you know, I forgive you, but like how you saying, I distance myself. Not even distance myself, but I tell you straight up. I say like, I forgive you, we cool, but this right here, me and you, whether it's a friend or even a relative, a girlfriend, associate, a partner, anything other than anything, you take a scenario where you just mentally, physically, it drained you out, and you just can't no more. You could forgive them, and you have that peace of mind that, you know, all right, I did nothing wrong. I forgave him. I'm not gonna hold a grudge. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna forgive him, but this, what me and you had, this connection, it is what it was, you know? And that's all it ever will be, you know? It's always gonna be a memory, and it's always gonna be something you could look back on and be like, damn, you reflect off of like, damn, I really went through this, and you can move on, because like how I said, once you learn to forgive that person, you can move on because you moved on with a better peace of mind, instead of leaving it how toxic it was, and leaving because it was toxic. Like, yeah, leave because it's toxic, but forgive them. Because if you leave, like, oh no, like leaving a bad note, no, I'm leaving, this and this, I don't want to talk to you, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, time goes on and stuff, but when you go back and look at it, you're gonna feel the type of way like, I should have just let go. I should have told him or her straight up, like, you know, why it was that I moved on. Because sometimes a lot of certain people need that. They need you to be straight up, because they don't have people like how we are, or friends how we are, that say it how it is. So they don't know no better to move on, or they might think, oh man, that person stopped talking to me because they're crazy. They never had that upbringing. So if you tell them straight up, like, no, this is what you're doing wrong, and explain to them why they're in the wrong, that person might be like, wow, damn, you're right. Like, I'm fucked up, you know?
You could change them. Could help
you could change them. They could help change them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because sometimes, like, we're put in situations where we don't know why we're put in them, but maybe we could have served as a lesson to somebody, and that was our chosen to be in that. That's why we were chosen to be in that person's life at that specific moment for that lesson. You know? So that's why I feel like answering part 2, like, yeah, I do forgive, and like how I was telling him, like, there's just depends situation, but once I reach my point, so like to sum it all up, is once I reach my point, I'll let go, but I'll confront the person and let them know, like, hey, you know, it was cool while it lasted.
That's how you go about it.
I'm gonna go about it like that, like, hey, it was cool while it lasted. The reason I've had enough of it, like, you know, we've gone through so and so and this so and so, and you haven't shown me anything, so, you know, it's best if we just leave it as a clear friendship, like, at a distance. I could see you and I root for you, you know? And if I ever see you across the street or something, like in years from now, I'd be like, yo, what's up? How you been? You know, genuinely. Not like, just cause I see you, like, oh, I gotta say hi to him, or, oh man, hi. Nah, like, genuinely, like, yo, how you been? You been good? Good to hear that, man, you know? Glad you prospering, you know?
I agree with that. I think I'm very similar with that, like, and we know that from being together so long. With that forgiveness, like you said, if you've done it, or depending on how bad you've done it, like, my access can disappear. Your access to me, my availability for you is like, you know, if you need me, I'm pretty available.
Right.
You call me, I'm gonna hit you back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody else, it's not as important now. I'm not gonna look at you as that important person in my life no more, because you've shown me that I'm not valued like that in your life.
Exactly. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? It basically was a one-way street. I was fucking with you like that, but you wasn't fucking with me like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, now my availability is gonna disappear. My communication with you is gonna disappear. But like you said, I'm gonna keep it raw too. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know what happened. Yeah, hey bro. Cause if I really fuck with you, bro, I'm always honest with you. I'm always gonna tell you what it was and what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what it's gonna be. Like, man, this was this. Man, we was like this because of that and what you did. Now it's this, and this is just how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, I'm with that, man. Like, I'm letting it go, bro. like when I say that, bro, like that chapter right there, I feel good, man. Like I'm relieved. I don't hate you or nothing after that. Like I really don't. I don't have.
Literally.
I'm not a person. I don't want hate, bro. It sucks your energy dry. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that shit. So I'ma still wish you the best, bro. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no bit of blood in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wish you the best, fam. Hey, cool, man. Like I'm just not fucking with you like that, yo.
Right, exactly.
It really is. Like you rob from me, you steal from me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, try to kill me. Like, bro, like real shit. All these things, bro. Like, I take all these shits as like lesson learned. Like, I'm gonna know how to fuck with you after that. If you rob from me, bro, like I'm gonna see that. It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't fuck with motherfuckers that do that shit. So it's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, this nigga, or steal from me, the nigga. Oh, okay, so make me fuck. Probably just see me just disappear on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's material shit, so I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You replace all that shit, right? It's just the principle though. You did that though. You could probably ask me, I probably gave you the motherfucker, bro. On some real ass shit. Whether it be a pair of shoes, a shirt, some money, whatever, I probably would have gave it to you if you would have literally came to me and told me what the situation was.
And be straight up.
And been straight up.
Yeah.
But because you want to do some sneaky ass snake shit, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you getting cut. You get cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even worry about it. So yeah, sometimes certain people, bro, I would rather just cut off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want no communication, bro, at all. Like, I'm good, bro. And like I said, I don't even hate you. It's just, bro, I can't be around that type of energy, bro. Like, that shit can't suck me dry. Like,
Yeah.
I need to be around some shit that, you know what I'm saying, where I don't have to worry about looking over myself all the time. That's just not some cool shit, bro. Like, that's just draining, bro. And it's not healthy, you know, to feel like you gotta do that all the time. You know, I freed myself of doing anything that was, like, whether it be illegal or anything, because of, you know, I do everything by the law because I don't have to stress, but I don't have to worry about stuff looking over my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, teach his own. But like, I can't fuck with that shit, bro. Like, I just can't.
Yeah. And if I could say, like, for y'all to, like, how I go about it, like how we were already saying, but just to, like, recap it, how I go about it is like how we said, you know, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
And we live by that.
That's number one,
everything.
bro. I'm beyond that's number one, dog.
So how I go about it is actions speak louder than words. I start looking at what they tell me and what they show me. Don't let words influence your decisions, because anyone can say anything. You can meet a stranger and they can tell you like, yo, I love you with everything in me, but they don't mean it. Words are just words. Now, if they show you by doing all the little shit, because all the little shit means more than just saying it. Little shit like being there for you, spending quality time with you,
Yeah.
making time for you,
Yeah.
being there at any given moment. I'm not saying, yeah, there's times people are busy and stuff generally, but
Right.
if they make the time to send you a text, check up on you, like, yo, everything good, all that stuff is showing you. They're not telling you, I love you all the time, or all that, but they're showing it to you. So when you go about forgiving people like me, like when I go about forgiving people, that's when I start. I never went down to like how I said the principles. That principle to me, the situation it is, I go with, all right, what actions are they showing me? I go off their actions, and if their actions are like down here and their words are up here, then that's where I make the adjustment and I go straight up to them and I go about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm with that, man. I think, and to add to it, just first you gotta forgive, no matter what it is. 2, you will never forget. You know, forgive and forget. Forgive but don't forget. You'll never forget, but you gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it go and move accordingly. Number 4, let it go but move accordingly. Don't make the same mistake where you'll be regretting it in the future. That'll be the 5th, would be the regret. If you continue the process and keep fucking with a motherfucker the way you was fucking with them before they did what they did, that you forgave them with and continue to try to mess with them the same way, you might end up starting to regret that, because then they continue to do it, right?
Exactly.
Repetition. So forgive, don't forget, let it go. Let it go and move on, so that you don't, and move accordingly, so that you don't have any regrets. And that's how I wrap it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well said, well said.
Love y'all, bro.
Peace and love.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's right, my boy.